Greetings. This is Paul the Poke from PaulthePoke.com. Solar eclipse has been completed. We are April 8th, 2024. Scripture reference out of Psalm 19, verse 1. The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies, proclaim the work of his hands. So this is a topic my wife and I were talking about last evening. I was going to write a post about this topic, and the issue is our perception of the moon and the sun from our view here on planet Earth, and specifically the relationship of the size, distance, and space from Earth to our sun and the moon, and just basically how do we perceive it. And it started just with the idea they appear to be the same size in our sky. And then I found this. Scientists tell us that the sun is 390 times larger than the moon, but it is also 390 times farther away. Every 18 months or so, they align perfectly so that the moon's shadow passes over the Earth, and those in the path of the shadow see a solar eclipse. This is often described as one of the greatest coincidences of our solar system. Astronomers tell us there are 295 moons in our solar system, and yet ours is the only moon with the exact size and distance to perfectly match the sun and produce the amazing spectacle we see somewhere on our planet every 18 months or so. If our moon was any smaller, the sky would not turn dark. And if it was any larger, we would not see the brilliant corona. For many, it is a source of wonder that the one place where these amazing eclipses occur is the one place where there are observers to see them, and that would be right here on planet Earth. In one of his humorous harangues about life below the Beltway, Washington Post contributor Gene Weingarten once admitted, "I am a devout atheist, but can't explain why the moon is exactly the right size and gets positioned so precisely between the Earth and the sun that total solar eclipses are perfect. It bothers me." And that was from an article in the Washington Post, Sunday, March 8th, 2009. And so it is that this extraordinary event has been witnessed by our planet throughout history. As a Christian educator, I am reminded that God reveals his truth to us in two ways: through the general revelation of his natural world and through the special revelation of his written word. Psalm 19 encapsulates this for us beautifully. The heavens declare the glory of God, and the sky above proclaims his handiwork. And again, that's from Psalm 19:1. There are no words, and yet the message of God's existence and power is heard everywhere. And that is from Stephen E. Danish, head of school Emeritus, Emmanuel Christian School. And the title of that is "The Total Eclipse of the Sun and the Exceptional Nature of Our Planet." So I thought that would do a much better job than what I would do. Now, we also here at Paul the Poke had a correspondent in the Ozarks of Missouri who provided video of the event. Video as compliments of the trashy prepper. Note, Venus is located in the video at about 4 o'clock or southeast of the eclipse. So here's the eclipse, and there's Venus right there. Jupiter is noted briefly, and it's around 3:15 of the video, 3:10 to 3:20. You should cover it. Jupiter's up in this area, loosely, right around 10 o'clock or so. And I'd also like to give a special shout out and thanks to hashtag the JoJo, or the JoJo, hashtag the JoJo. Thank you. Found these pictures. I thought these were outstanding, and you got links to his stuff. Rami Amun, the total solar eclipse minutes ago. He took some pictures. I thought these were great. These were some of the prettiest ones I had seen out there on X, formerly known as Twitter. He tweeted these pictures out, so I thought I would share. They're very pretty. There's his if you want to see some more of his stuff, click here. Take you to his page on X. This is from Noah. Watch a replay of the moon's shadow traveling across the path of totality, seen from Noah's GOES East satellite. So this is like a GIF. So we'll go through that real quick. Let you see that. Hit it a couple more times. Shadow going across the continent. Pretty cool stuff. And if you've ever had the opportunity to witness an awesome event like this, and you still don't believe in a creator God, I've been to the one in 2017, and that's one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And I was watching coverage today on TV, and they were skipping from city to city, and you had a bunch of hardcore quote scientists and journalists just chasing the facts, and then they also will talk about their private life and their beliefs, and a lot of them are broken down to tears, just blown away at the spiritual nature of this event. And it's like, yeah, it's because we have an awesome creator God, and it is on display for you to see. But it did remind me of Romans 1 verses 18 through 20. For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men, who by their unrighteousness suppress the truth. And not one time during any of those broadcasts did I hear any mention of a creator God. It was all about the science. And it was a spiritual moment for some people, not for all, but for some it was spiritual. But nowhere in there was there any recognition of God the Creator. And they're suppressing the truth. For what can be known about God is plain to them, because God has shown it to them. And we had an example of that today. God has showed us who he is. For his invisible attributes, namely his eternal power and divine nature, have been clearly perceived ever since the creation of the world in the things that have been made, so they are without excuse. So, you know what? To the atheist, to the hardcore unbeliever, it's more than just Jesus. Just look around you, see what's going on. And if you don't think there's a creator God by just looking at the environment you live in and your own existence, that you have the ability to think and process and, make up your own mind, you're without excuse. There is a creator. I mean, holy cow. I don't know what to tell you. You watch something like that today, and if you've ever seen one of these events in person, I mean, they're just incredible. I know the next one, oh gosh, they said it's going to go across the United States like this, or 40 years away or 20 years away. I don't know. But if you do get the chance to go see one, highly recommend it. They're incredible. So just want to share some things that were out there today. And happy biblical New Year. Nisan 1, God's dedicated New Year. And we've just completely butchered time. I mean, we do it in the middle of winter or a week or two into winter on a Gregorian calendar. The secular Hebrew calendar, their quote, secular New Year is in the fall on the 7th month. I mean, but God said Nisan 1, the new year begins in the spring. So anyway, appreciate you guys following along. Please feel free to share with others. If you are not signed up, like to follow along, type in your email address here and hit subscribe. Get something out to you every time we put something on the blog. So appreciate you guys following along. Be interesting to see what happens moving forward. Is it a warning? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I would say it's a warning, but that's just me. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.